Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of Washington quarters. We'll be exploring the top 5 most valuable Washington quarters, uncovering their rich history, and discovering why they're so sought after by collectors. Let's get started. 1986 Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, commemorating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. But what makes the 1986 quarter particularly interesting? Let's take a trip back to the mid-80s. In 1986, the United States was experiencing significant events. The Space Shuttle Challenger tragedy occurred, and the Statue of Liberty centennial was celebrated. Against this backdrop, the U.S. Mint continued its tradition of producing Washington quarters. The 1986 Washington Quarter features the same classic design introduced in 1932. The obverse showcases a left-facing profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Above Washington's head is the word Liberty, and to the left, the phrase "In God We Trust." The date 1986 is prominently displayed below Washington's chin. On the reverse, we see the majestic eagle with outstretched wings, holding a bundle of arrows and an olive branch beneath it, symbolizing peace and readiness for war. Surrounding the eagle are the words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum. Below the eagle, the denomination quarter dollar is inscribed. The 1986 Washington Quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D Mint Mark, and San Francisco S Mint Mark. The Philadelphia and Denver quarters were struck for circulation, while the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins, primarily for collectors. 1966 Washington Quarter. However, the 1966 Washington Quarter is particularly interesting due to its place in the Coinage Act of 1965. In the mid-1960s, the United States faced a silver shortage. This led to the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from dimes and quarters, transitioning them to a copper-nickel composition. This change began in 1965, but it wasn't until 1966 that the Mint fully adopted this new composition for all quarters. On the obverse or front of the coin, you'll see the familiar profile of George Washington. The design was created by John Flanagan and has been a constant on the quarter since its inception. On the reverse, you'll find a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, also designed by Flanagan. The 1966 Washington Quarter is composed of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This was a significant shift from the previous 90% silver quarters. The diameter of the quarter is 24.3 millimeters and it weighs 5.67 grams. The reeded edge is also a distinguishing feature. Now let's talk about value. The 1966 Washington Quarter is quite common, with over 800 million minted. In circulated condition, it's generally worth its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated and higher grade examples can fetch more. For instance, a 1966 quarter in MS65 condition, which is an uncirculated grade, can be worth around $15 to $20. Higher grades can see even greater value, sometimes reaching up to $100 for exceptional pieces. There are no significant error coins or variations known for the 1966 quarter, making it a straightforward coin to collect. However, always keep an eye out for coins in the best possible condition to enhance your collection's value. So there you have it, the history, design, and value of the 1966 Washington Quarter. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, this coin is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. 1985 Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin quickly became a staple in American currency. Fast forward to 1985, and the Washington Quarter continued to circulate widely across the United States. The 1985 Washington Quarter features the familiar profile of George Washington on the obverse, with the words Liberty above and the date 1985 below. On the reverse, the traditional eagle design is perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, symbolizing both war and peace. Now let's delve into some specifics about the 1985 Washington Quarter. This coin was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, denoted by the absence or presence of a mint mark, respectively. The Philadelphia mint coins have no mint mark, while the Denver mint coins bear a small D to the right of Washington's ponytail. The 1985 quarter is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, consisting of an inner core of pure copper and an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This composition was first introduced in 1965 to replace the 90% silver quarters, which had become too expensive to produce. In terms of production numbers, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 775 million quarters, while the Denver Mint produced approximately 520 million. Given these high mintage numbers, the 1985 Washington Quarter is not particularly rare, but it's still a valuable piece for collectors due to its historical significance. Now let's talk about the value of the 1985 Washington Quarter. In circulated condition, these coins are generally worth their face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated or mint state examples can be worth more. For instance, a 1985 quarter in MS65 condition from the Philadelphia Mint might fetch around $5, while one from the Denver Mint could be worth slightly more. Key factors that influence the coin's value include its condition, any unique errors or variations, and whether it has been certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Coins with noticeable mint errors, such as off-center strikes or doubling, can significantly increase in value. In 1995 Washington Quarter. Today we're exploring the 1995 Washington Quarter Dollar coin. We'll uncover its history, unique features, and most importantly, its value. So let's get started. The Washington Quarter Dollar has a rich history that dates back to 1932 when it was first minted to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin was designed by John Flanagan, and it replaced the standing Liberty Quarter. The design has remained relatively consistent over the years, with the obverse featuring the left-facing portrait of George Washington and the reverse showing an eagle with outstretched wings. Fast forward to 1995, a year that didn't see any major changes in the design or composition of the quarter. The coin is made of a clad composition with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core of pure copper. In 1995, the Washington Quarter was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia P, Denver D, and San Francisco S. The Philadelphia and Denver Mints produced coins for general circulation, while the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors. Now let's take a closer look at the key features of the 1995 Washington Quarter. The obverse has the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Below Washington's neck, you'll find the mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. The reverse features a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, a design that has been a staple since the coin's inception. When it comes to value, several factors come into play. The condition of the coin is paramount. Coins are graded on a scale from good G to mint state MS or proof PR for coins struck specifically for collectors. Let's break down the values based on these conditions. A 1995 Washington Quarter in average circulated condition is typically worth its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated coins can fetch higher prices. Here's a quick breakdown. Good to very fine condition, approximately $0.25–0.50. Extremely fine condition, around $1. Uncirculated mint state condition, between $2 and $5. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint can be valued anywhere from $5 to $10, depending on their condition and whether they are cameo proofs. 1994 Washington Quarter. In 1994, the United States Mint produced quarters at 3 different mints: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S. The Philadelphia and Denver Mints struck the circulation coins, while the San Francisco Mint produced the proof versions for collectors. Now let's talk about the design. The obverse features the iconic bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse shows the eagle with outstretched wings, a design that had been in use since 1932. The 1994 quarters had substantial mintages. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 825 million quarters, while the Denver Mint produced nearly 880 million. The San Francisco Mint, on the other hand, produced around 3.3 million proof quarters. Given these high mintages, most 1994 quarters found in circulation are common and hold their face value of 25 cents. However, certain factors can increase their value. Condition is key. Uncirculated coins, especially those graded MS65 or higher, can fetch a premium. For instance, a 1994 P or D quarter in MS65 condition can be worth around $5 to $10. Proof versions from the San Francisco Mint, especially those with deep cameo contrast, can be valued between $5 to $20 depending on the grade. Errors and varieties can also significantly increase a coin's value. Some known errors for the 1994 quarter include off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks. These errors can make a common quarter much more valuable, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars depending on the severity and rarity of the error. When collecting 1994 quarters, look for coins with minimal wear and strong strikes. Proof versions should have a deep mirror-like finish and frosted devices. Always consider getting your valuable coins graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC to ensure their authenticity and condition. That wraps up our deep dive into the 1994 Washington Quarter Dollar coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, understanding the history and value of your coins is essential. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting insights. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.